Thank you, Sergeant Cook. I'm honored to be here, and thank you for inviting me to speak at today's event. You may be wondering why members of the SRT team are standing behind me, because when you try to conquer something alone, it's a lot harder than conquering it as a team. They have been repping for the past 42 hours and are exhausted, so I promise I'll make this quick. Renee Hamilton was my family. He was my best friend after we met in the first grade. I knew right away Ray was something great. Even in the first grade, he had a personality that drew you in. Everybody wanted to be his friend, including me. When we began dating, I knew within 2 weeks I was going to marry him. He had already decided that back in the second grade that he wanted to marry me, but he made me wait 5 years for a ring. But that didn't matter. I had his back, and he had mine. When Ray woke up one day and told me he wanted to be a sheriff's deputy, naturally, I was a little hesitant because we just spent $48,000 on a nursing degree for school, but it didn't matter. I knew this job was a calling, and it was time to go. We had the most amazing 6 years at Okaloosa County. He found his true passion to train, to lead, to save lives, while keeping his core values of being a godly man. Ray is one of the few in his profession that received thank you letters from people he arrested. Friends became family over these 6 years. When Ray earned his spot on the SRT team, every day was Ray's favorite day. The training, being a white shirt, being promoted to corporal, and then he earned his Golden Eagle. Every day was getting better and better. On Christmas Eve morning, he came home after work, and he was so excited. He talked about the training the ship had had. They had excelled, and he was excited to lead these men. He wanted these guys to continue to grow. Then he told me he got a call out that morning. It wasn't a question of if he was going, but to tell me that he was going, because there's no other place he'd rather be. And within an hour and a half, he was shot and rushed to the hospital. As a spouse, and you get that call, I tried to convince myself that he only tripped, had a minor injury, forgot his insurance card, and he needed home. But deep down, when you received that call, All that mattered to Ray was that everybody else made it home safely. But all that mattered to me was that these guys brought him back home to me. They lined the hallways and never left his side for a week. You are heroes to me, and I can never thank the Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office and the SRT team enough for their continued support, encouragement, and love. Ray fought like a warrior for hours. His spirit refused to give up, but unfortunately his body did. I don't have to be the first to tell you that loss is unbearable. But with the support and love of your family, you can keep going. You might be struggling in your marriage, having trials in your relationship, or your kids may be testing your patience on a Sunday afternoon, but you love them. Above all, love is the world's greatest strength. And we love those who we consider family. Family is not only blood, it can also be water. It is the sweat of the people around you who support you unconditionally. And that is why it's hard when they are gone. But no one can really prepare for that loss. To quote the Bible in 1 Corinthians 14:16, be on your guard, stand firm in faith, be courageous, be strong, do everything in love. Sheriff Eric Aiden said courage is when you find yourself running towards trouble, knowing the risk, praying for yourself, fearing for your friend, but doing it anyway. He was not wrong when he said serving in law enforcement is a calling. It is not something that can be desired out of greed or selfishness, but for love and the sacrifice of others, and can only be described as a calling, defined by the obedience of God. Because of this profession, these fine men and women working every day, everything is captured on body cam. It is all there for the world to see. It can capture a moment of triumph, but unfortunately, it can also report their tragedy. During someone's last moments, what is the most important thing that they want to relay? Tell my family I love them. When the Twin Towers hit on 9/11, the passenger flight 93 learned what was going to happen to them. And what did they do? They made calls to their families to let them know that they loved them, and they flocked. That is what gets me through the day. Do what gets me out of bed every morning. Great love. And he would not want me to stop living. I have found broken people who are blessed when they continue to move forward. They continue to grow. They continue to laugh, cry, and they continue to love. But it doesn't mean that we've stopped loving the ones that we've lost. I have learned it's okay to continue to be my previous optimistic self, but also to continue to mourn. It's okay to be both. Because carrying the loss of a loved one after a tragedy is heavy. It works to take it, to get up every day and keep going. It's heavy. But think of it like this. When you work out or you're participating in your yearly end of watch Ruck and you're wearing your weights, it's heavy. You're carrying that weight. You're tired. You want to simply put it down and walk away. But if you continue to carry that weight, if you get up and move, all of a sudden you don't notice the weight being as heavy anymore. It is not because the weight changed or it has magically gotten lighter. It's because you've gotten stronger. I will love Ray forever and continue to move forward with him because Ray is not done yet. We call Ray's name today along with 247 others, and I am honored to be here with you. It is heroic to lay one's life down for his community, and it's also an honor to live every day beside you. Thank you.